category because they have learned our non-self-discipline. Apostle was preaching last week, Apostle Haley, you have to have integrity. Well, you cannot have integrity if you do not have self-discipline. So watch this. Without self-discipline, self-discipline leads to integrity. Integrity leads to divine favor. So now you're wondering what has happened to the favor that you're asking and believing God for. You was not able to discipline yourself and bring yourself into order of what God is telling us to do. So self-examination, Minister Will was teaching that. I don't know if y'all paid attention or not. The reason he was so good to teach that, I dealt with him with that. Not knowing that's where he was going to go this morning. When you cannot discipline yourself, you've got to watch it, children. Men and women of God, let's bring order to ourselves. I don't need everybody rebuking me every day, telling me how bad I am, or I shouldn't have said that, or I should have done that. I'm going to bring discipline now to myself. Now, if we're unreachable, then we're unteachable. Are y'all getting that? What makes you unreachable? You don't want to hear nobody else teach but yourself. Or you can't receive nobody else or what they are saying. That makes it unreachable. And so if I got to hear you, I want you to hear what? Me. And this is what has happened. Ain't nothing out in space while I'm up here talking. Ain't nothing out in space. Ain't no bugs. Just knock them off and let's keep going. Because we want to bring discipline to ourselves. You got to watch. I watch people, and I say this, my son, I don't know this, since we've been going, I watch people that hear from God every day. I do not hear from God every day. If I did, I would have a self-righteous spirit. A self-righteous spirit makes me not able to govern myself. Watch it when you can't govern yourself. And when you cannot govern yourself, you cannot bring discipline to yourself. So now you're just like a firecracker. Walking around with a lit firecracker in your hand. What does a firecracker does when you put matches on it? And it leaves your hand swollen. That's what undisciplined do to a saint. It leaves your mind and everything discombobulated. So you're wondering, how did you get so messed up? You are discombobulated because you was not able to bring discipline and order to yourself. Yeah. You love the Lord. You love the Lord. But do you have the discipline to bring the order of God to your life now? Can everybody see your integrity without opening your mouth? You don't have to speak for folk to know that you're a man or a woman of integrity. You see what I'm saying? So that's called self-discipline. Now that I got the order in my life, my integrity speaks for me if I never open my mouth. I'm able to govern myself. I'm able to discipline myself. Amen. Discipline brings the favor. If you get that discipline, you will see open heaven with you in places that you never thought about. I'm talking about, when Ron applied for me my truck back there, my other truck, y'all know the motor fell out of it. After Levi changed my oil, the motor fell out of it. I got in it 5 minutes later, after Levi changed my oil, the motor just fell on the ground. I was hoping he heard me, because that really happened as we turned the corner. But I still needed a truck. Now this is where I'm at. I've learned to govern myself and discipline myself, especially in the public. But Ron, I kept telling Ron for about a week, Ron, I gotta have a truck, I can't do this. 5 places approved me. This is where favor starts. This is what I'm trying to say. Things start happening when favor starts. 5 places accepted my application. 5 places wanted me to get my vehicle from them. Ron will come back and say, Mama, they say I ain't showed no check stub. When your credit or your favor goes before you, they ain't asking for no check stub. We didn't verify where I work. They didn't see me until I went there to get the keys. I signed 3 or 4 papers and rode off with me. Y'all don't believe me. Those folks didn't see me. I ain't showed no check stub. Well, you know they put a copy of your license after you get there. See, because when you learn self-discipline brings integrity. Now, when you got integrity, Apostle, it opened financial doors. It opened kingdom doors. Are y'all hearing me? It opened health doors. That old unstable, raggedy mind that you had, when you learn to govern yourself, it opens. Now your mind ain't here and there and everywhere. I want to stay here today. I want to stay here tomorrow. That's an unstable man way in all his ways. But when you learn to discipline yourself, bring yourself into alignment. When your vehicle needs alignment, you trying to go straight, it goes left. Because it needs alignment. What do you think happened with us when we need alignment? Do you know the only way you can get in alignment? In the multitude of counselors. What most of you all have done, do not seek counsel. We was teaching all this. So what happened? When we don't seek counsel, we make the wrong move, and this is why we make the wrong move. Because now what you're really doing is thinking that you're equal to the government. I can handle this. I don't need what they gonna say. I don't want everybody in my business. Now your business is out of whack because you didn't seek counsel. I keep trying to teach this. So how do I become wealthy? Seek counsel. Don't try to do it the way I do it. Let me tell you how to do it. Do I make sense? Okay, I think right now, I keep saying this. It's time to shift. I asked the family yesterday, what are we going to do? We still got the banner up. Well, it's really up for the sun. But how many of us go live from payday to payday now? Paycheck to paycheck. What are we going to do now? What are we going to do with our finances? God, I've been working my finances 5 years and I still ain't got nowhere. I do need to change. I've been trying to do this for 1.5 years and ain't nothing happened. Come on, talk to me. You know what it's called, Apostle? Self-examination. You still ain't got nowhere. Been trying to say that you can do it, and it have not worked. That's what we're talking about. Self-discipline leads to integrity. You know what brings integrity is humility. Most people cannot humble themselves because they don't quite understand it. They call it folk in their business. I don't need nobody to tell me how to count my money. I don't need nobody to tell me what the best bank to go to. I don't need nobody to tell me blah, blah, blah. In Meridian, I had to learn Bank Plus. I've been doing all my life because my dad was at Merchants and Farmers. All I knew about was Merchants and Farmers and Citizen National Bank. So those were the banks I dealt with. But when I got ready to buy my church, it was not Citizen National Bank. It was not Merchants and Farmers. It was Bank Plus. You see what I'm saying? God had the man there waiting on me. Because that's where my favor was at Bank Plus. So God will have you going all over America trying to open bank accounts when God might got one set place where you need to be. So, but when we don't govern ourselves, I don't care if you got $1 million, you still need. If you got $1 million, then that means you have an account. They gonna call you if you're not calling them when they find out how much money you got in the bank. But we as poor people don't want to seek counsel. So you've had 15,000, you've had 10,000, you've had your income tax, and ain't got nothing. Self-discipline leads to integrity. Integrity leads to faith. So are you wondering now what has happened? What have you missed out on with what God was trying to take you? Because sometimes you're so close to it, and it still miss you, still miss it. Amen. And a lot of times, and I'm just going to go really ready for the someone to say, the reason that we miss it, when you think that you know it, you'll find out you don't know nothing. Let me challenge you with this. Go look at your bank book. Look at your debit card. Look at your Cash App card. Look at it and see the balance of what I'm trying to teach you here this morning. Self-discipline. We gotta get it. Integrity. You gotta get it. Getting mad and getting an attitude don't bring the money. But if you're around a wise person that is showing you that other side, why not seek the counsel and find out how did they do it? Sister Milo been for up until 2-3 weeks ago. Sister Milo every Sunday was giving me a roll of gold quarters. I think it was gold dollars. And I looked at them the other day because I got a place where I put them all there. And I said, she almost looked like she's giving me almost, I don't know how much of them, but they're still in the wrapper. Are y'all understanding? I looked in the drawer and I said, I looked at love offerings that people have given me that I still haven't spent. I looked at some more love offerings that some people had given me. That's how I know I am able to go back to God on people's behalf. I wasn't that broke that I had to spend your love offering. That's what I'm talking about. I am a good steward of God's money. I still got all the coins. Still got several love offerings. In every envelope, we got a birthday, or Mother's Day, or anniversary that you all had money in those envelopes. I need to bring them to church next Sunday and show you. If you put a $20 bill or a $100 bill, Duchess, they're still in there. See, I don't live from envelope to what you all give me. Talk to me. I live in the apostolic money flow. So I take that and know how to flow with finances. I try to teach every female how to lead their house financially. If he ain't making but a little bit, let me show you how to take that little bit and live like you're having the wealth of the land. But I can't teach if you don't ask me. Amen. Amen. Most of y'all men know you get tired of being broke and you're making the money. Most of y'all women know you're tired of not managing. You think that you're managing. And you find out, man, I could have done this better. It's called discipline. Isn't that what it's called? That's discipline. Discipline opens the doors for integrity. And integrity does what? Leads to faith. I love you all. We got a 5-minute break. We'll come back out here and have church. Thank God for you all.
Amen. So we thank God for each and every one of you all. We're getting ready for our intermission. We are taking a